Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot, getting ready to do Taurus and Aquarius, sitting in a tree, Kissing. I hope everybody is having a good end to their weekend. I'm going to do Taurus and Aquarius tonight and pick up on Aquarius and Taurus later on in the week. I did Taurus and Aquarius first last month, so I'm trying to get them done so I can do them both at the same time next month. There you go. Cards have been shuffled and cut. What I've seen, what I saw. There's some healing going on between Taurus and Aquarius. This feels like, okay, eat the fish, leave the bones. But this feels like Taurus and Aquarius situations that are not, they're not there yet. They're still up in the air. There have been things that have gone on in the past that may have been some separation, may have been other people, third party situations, whatever. This is that group. So if it's not resonating, that's okay. But there may be some bits and pieces in here that might resonate with others of you in Taurus and Aquarius parents. So that healing is coming from past. Things are getting ready to pick up though. Ta-da! On the front end. Solitude on the back end. Let's see what we got. So this is a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Oh yeah, there's your recent past. Right there. Yeah. Y'all scared to death. Trapped in fear. I'm not moving forward. I don't want to move forward. I'm scared. But the love is there, y'all. I don't know. I've gotten taken a hankering to the vice versa card. So that's what we're doing. And from underneath the bottom of this deck. Who is that? That's the magician? Yeah, it is. I'm not used to using this deck. I'm like, whose back end am I looking at? Creative intelligence. Creative intelligence on top of the healing and secrecy necessary. That's the other thing that's about. We're going to come back to that. Hold on. Just hold your horses. And the King of Swords. Oh, boy. On top of the solitude. Spiritual strength pulls the Three of Cups. And they're right next to the Three of Cups. Who knew? Rejoice and celebration pulls the Three of Swords. Lack of affection. This is a recent past. Karmic completion pulls the Seven of Wands. The back end, negotiations. Current energy, stand your ground. Pulls the Death card, transformation. And is that the back end? That's the front end. Letting go of dependent ties. That's interesting. Centerpiece in your challenge, personal growth. The One of Swords, or the Ace of Swords, clear vision. That's your centerpiece. Having a clear vision of where you want your relationship to go. Trapped in fear. Pulls the Six of Wands. That's the back end. Clear intentions and success. Come on now. Third eye chakra, or the IC, pulls the Two of Wands. Dominion. That's a good sign. Parenting. Pulls the Hierophant. But it's the back end of the Hierophant. And about that inner purity that you're coming with, but shit, you got to have the front. A new path. How about that? And at the end of all of this, love and the Seven of Swords, intelligent theft. Whew, losses, but deceit. Hold on. I know everybody's like, wait, you put all those good wonderful cards down and then you come up with that shit? Yeah, hold your horses. Hold your horses. So Taurus up here. And this is this is clear energy, so this is definitely from Taurus's perspective. With the healing and secrecy necessary, you may still be feeling like you don't want to say anything to jinx this shit. That's exactly what I said, jinx it. Now the front end of this, it's about the foundation. It's a foundation of whatever it is that you're doing. It is, after all, the Magician card. So the creative is here. And some of you are just trying to figure out how you can go about healing without tearing up some stuff. But there's still a level of secrecy that's necessary. And Taurus, I think it's more because you don't want to say anything to jinx your shit. I'm going to say that again. Than it is having to have a secret. It's not mandatory, but you know, and if you just look at the card, there's impending action coming. You see all that red, and red is definitely about the action. You're looking at the back side of the Magician, so he's doing his work. And y'all, some of y'all are just intuitive enough to know you need to just chill and let this shit happen the way it's happening. The healing that needs to take place can be done better without a whole lot of hullabaloo. I said that. On the very back end of your overall energy, the solitude with the King of Swords. Bringing that balance back. So some of y'all are beginning to feel like the relationship is regaining some of its framework. However, Aquarius may still be kind of doing their thing with the head in the sand hole thing. This is not a bad thing. But both of you are really trying to get down to business. You're going to approach this differently, obviously, because you're two fixed signs doing two very different things, and your approach to life is very different. But at the end of this, it's going to be about the solitude that will bring this about. Combining all the framework for the one relationship. Looking at your recent past with the Three of Cups on top of spiritual energy. Your Aquarius probably got an offer from somebody else, and this is where the rift comes from. Might have been a few somebody else's. In the meantime, you took all the spiritual strength you had praying and some more shit, and that's okay. It feels like a lot of you have tried to heal, but when you get to this, it just really hurt that there was no connection. Connection is not the right word. There was no, I guess connection is, there was no connection between the two of you, between Taurus and Aquarius. It's just kind of out there. And it left you feeling detached when you really wanted to be feeling this. And I think for some of you, you may have felt this and then realized this other bullshit was going on, and once again the misery, the tension is on the back of this. But the keeping a distance, that connection just kind of like not there. You get to the end of the recent past, karmic completion and negotiations. Yeah, that's where that's put you right almost to the current energy where whatever cycle y'all were going through, done. And now you're back to the drawing board trying to negotiate and figure out what's the best plan of attack. Which brings you here to the Death card. You standing your ground, Taurus, and pretty much putting a demand out there. You got to let go of all that old shit. You ain't coming back up in here with nothing that can't be seen in the light. You see all that sunshine? I'm just saying. And this is not a bad thing. I don't think Taurus said this in a nasty or dubious way. I think it just came out the way it was supposed to come out. We can do this. This is where you are in current energy. You stand in your ground, but there's not going to be no dark spots. No, not having that. And so again, we come back up here to, oh boy, with that straight, with a plan, some boundaries, and some more shit. Which then brings us to your centerpiece and your challenge. Having that clear vision, and you see that's crystal clear, and how you can grow together. without all the extra. That the two are together. You see that infinity symbol up there? And 1 and 7 makes 8. Come on. That behind the scenes stuff. Bringing it up now. Bringing it up, bringing it out. And having a clear vision on how you want your relationship to go. And how it can help both of you personally grow. You're trying to grow together. You're not trying to grow apart. Coming right back to this. And Taurus, you may be like, okay, we said all this shit on the phone and did all this shit. The fuck? I don't know if I want to do this. What is that number on that card? Come on, people. This shit don't lie. Trapped in fear, because you know now, most of you know, with your Aquarius, what it is and what it ain't. And so now, okay, it's time for the rubber to meet the road. And a lot of y'all like, I don't want to cut my car on yet. Being clear about your intentions. I'm not talking about Aquarius. I'm talking about Taurus. I know y'all like, huh? Well, I was clear. Yeah, okay. Being clear about your intentions is what will move you out of that scary spot and into some success. If your intentions are not clear, Taurus, because a lot of times we shut down, and people, you know, I get it because I'm a bull, but Aquarius don't get it because they don't shut down the way that we shut down. We shut down, we close up shop. It's done. We are gone for the rest of the year fishing. Bye, see you. Miss me with that shit. And Aquarius, they shut down too, but they shut down in a much more inward way. We shut down and, you know, we're bulls. We got to kick up some dirt. We got to cuss a few people out and do some more shit. Okay, making your intentions clear, totally clear, and not just shutting down and, you know, then standing around fussing and cussing about it, but making your intentions clear to your Aquarius. Which brings us up to future energy with the IC and the Two of Wands. The thing that I'm noticing here is a lion back there, mouth open, ready to go. Using your intuition for this union, and understanding who has dominion, new word, over what, who's doing what, who's got the dishes, who's got the flow. That's really what it breaks down to. And understanding each other enough to know that you're kind of dabbling in two worlds, because Aquarius is the ethereal of the two. Up in the clouds, daydreaming and some other shit. Taurus is right firmly planted on the ground. So your little kingdom, if you will, you're going to have to learn how to combine that shit. And you have to, the only way you're going to be able to do this successfully is when you use your intuition. If you're going on logic, Aquarius and Taurus is not the most practical coupling of folks in the world. I'm just saying. But if you use your intuition, you'll be able to do this successfully. Just saying. That is the Two of Wands. It's no mistake. There's two. There's two. That balance. There's balance there. You look at it, there's balance there. And see, that's the thing. Aquarius and Taurus is not always so, you know, damn cut and dry. And this is Aquarian energy, so don't get that part twisted. With Taurus, that's Aquarian, that cold, crispy energy. We're bringing that shit together. Bringing it together. It's the Hierophant. Even though you're looking at the back of his chair, it's the Hierophant. But the baby down here is indicative of the creativity needed to keep this shit going and the inner purity that you're going to have to bring. You cannot come back into this. I said back into, so this is for y'all that have been dibble-dabbling for a while. You can't come back into this with a whole lot of mess and pain and sorrow. You're going to have to clear the past to get on a new path. And you're going to have to come at this with the inner purity. And I just said this in Taurus's reading. Parenting, not always about parenting kids. Sometimes it's about parenting the ideas, the notion. It's a baby down there, but that's about that creativity, what you're bringing to it. And see, it takes creativity to handle that commitment. Just saying, because you're birthing something. It's a new thing. You got to come at it clean. You cannot go back into this, Taurus. I'm talking to y'all now. I know how Taurus hold a grudge forever. You have to let some of that go. Healing. Right there. Healing. We get to the end of this. The love. But I promise you, you see the thief in the night. Somebody, and this is the swords. So somebody coming out of the Aquarius part may try to come in and throw all this shit up in the air. If you are down with this, and if y'all are clear about what your intentions are, this will come and go. But the issue here is somebody kind of steal the love. Work that out. The deceit, if there is any, it's not coming, well, yeah, obviously there will be some deceit. It's not coming from your Aquarius. There's another party. There may be other parties. We come right back up here. They may be like, but you didn't choose me. And see, accelerated motion popped up here while I was shuffling. So that's giving me an indication that once y'all decide, get to the business of exactly what the hell is going on, things are going to take off. And this crew here is getting ready to get left behind. I don't think your Aquarius is going to be making it, once again, there's that whole thread of keeping it secret. And I think from Aquarius's point, they don't want to say anything because they don't want all this ruckus. They want to just kind of tiptoe out. But when it's found out, I'm just saying, when it comes up, I would not crawl all over your Aquarius, but I thought you said no. Because this is, even though this is that air energy, this is them, somebody coming from that side. Versus somebody from your past, Taurus, coming in trying to steal some love. Just know, somebody trying to do something they ain't supposed to be doing. 9 times out of 10, Aquarius, it's not their fault. But trying to get out of these entanglements, isn't that a thing? Ooh, yeah. With these exes and the party people and all of that, sometimes it's just better to keep it secret, keep it mum, while you try and heal the situation, and then just go forward without making some grand announcement. Because that grand announcement is not being made, somebody gonna try and come back in and take what they can take. You'll know it when it happens, Taurus. It won't be anything that will blindside you from that point. But again, clear intentions, sitting up on top of this. Be clear. Be clear. However that's resonating. If you need to say it to your Aquarius, you need to be clear about what's going on. Okay. But it is this right here that's got Tauruses scared to move in the first place. So when you decide to move, Taurus, don't get tripped up on that. Don't get tripped up on that. Let's see what the granny cards got to say for Taurus and Aquarius for September. Oh, well, all right, then. Okay, I'm not taking all of these. That's like 6 cards. Hold on. This is for Taurus and Aquarius universe. Messages, guidance for Taurus and Aquarius. Get the hell out the way. Get the hell out. Get out of your own way. And let this happen the way that it's going to happen. It feels like both of you were trying to come to the table. It feels like you both are. And it feels like you both are trying to be about the business. Ooh. trying to, get out the way. Let it happen. Don't let what other people are trying to do. Don't let that, Taurus, deter you from what's going on. If you notice the two people in that card, I'm looking at this one back here, the Aquarius, while whoever this is trying to tip off. Don't let that deter. Don't let that. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Just, you know, that part. Don't. Putting it right down there. Don't believe what you see. People trying to, you got to understand this energy too. You know, a lot of people are feeling heartache and loss. People, coronavirus, whatever, people all on top of each other and realize, you know, they've been in situations that they haven't been working for a long time, but because of work and whatever other responsibilities, they never really paid attention or didn't want to pay attention. And now you've got something that's making everybody pay attention. And, you know, it is what it is. A lot of breakups, a lot of people angry because of it. They don't want to break up. They want things to stay the same. So don't believe what you see. Folks out there trying to make some shit look like your Aquarius might be doing something that they're not even thinking about. Talk it out. Talk it out. Talk it out. As long as you guys have the lines of communication open and you've got a clear plan of what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go, things should work out for you. Back to basics. Get ready to do a reboot. Get it back to basics. Don't complicate this with a whole lot of extra just yet. Keep it simple. And follow your intuition and move forward as you can. Don't do a whole lot of extra. I'll just say it like that. Be generous. I think for some of you, your Aquarius may not know just how generous Taurus can be because Taurus has been in defense mode in this situation. However, that's resonating. And so they haven't, Aquarius has not seen this part of you yet. Be generous. Show them. Show them what you're capable of. I'm telling you, a feel good shit is good. Enjoy that part of it. If y'all are reconnecting, reconciling, whatever the reword is, enjoy that. The makeup sex part. Enjoy that. Enjoy those feelings and emotions. I said this a few weeks ago. A lot of times we get to the woo-woo and we want to run through the woo-woo and get to the wedding. No. Hang out with the woo-woo for a minute. Those things, that energy that feels good because you're in love. Hang with that for a minute. That helps you heal. I'm just saying. Taurus, Aquarius, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you have a good start to the month of September. And I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.